Hello everyone, my name is Silverlon and welcome to episode, what is it, 18? No? 18? This is a live recording on Twitch. If you're watching live, congratulations. If not, well, if yes, thank you for following. If not, you can see this on YouTube. I'll be very happy to see you there and watching my videos. Again, we're gonna continue with this. So, I just noticed we have a couple of secondary quests that I want to solve before I go anywhere, unless this is going to be a drag on. Here were a couple new additions. So I questioned Matkina about her involvement and she insisted about her innocence. Okay, fine. Another person has been killed, a little mutant woman named Crooked Keek. Also asked me to bring him in any information I can find, but he didn't provide much of the way of leads. So Matkina is not involved. But I have reason to believe that the murderer was a member of the Dendro who go to the cult chapel in the underbelly. So what's new? I have questions in B2. In B2 has given you permission to so this is unfortunately not in chronological order. Really unfortunate. Yeah, Dava seems like she was hiding something else about her visitor's circus minor. Interesting. So Mullet admitted killing a man who stole something from him and then eating the man's corpse, but he claims that he only did it once. And Kiyotava claims she doesn't know who the killer is, but she kind of murdered before. And Kiyotava admitted finding a corpse and she didn't want to share it with the other Dendros, so she ate it alone. Then she just asked Mullet how many corpses. So that's kind of weird. So then Prata, a merchant in Saka's miner, told me that she saw Kiyotava staggering around the area, muttering about hollow red circles. This sounds very similar to the symbols of the murder has been leaving on the walls of the underbelly. Let's see if she says anything more than that. No, she has nothing more to say. Alright, farewell.
Of course.
So it's not like a police investigation where we can take fingerprints, right? So I have more questions about the murders. Ah, he says, looking uncomfortable. Good. Were this decades ago, I would handle the investigation myself, but I am perhaps a little past my prime. He drops his voice to a whisper. His breath is sour, and a wild light dances in the deep places of his eyes. Bring your suspicions to Folsom. He will take correct actions. He always does. Which accolades? All of them except the Devourer of Wrongs. A fairly nasty bunch, I'm afraid. Our lifestyle doesn't draw the cream of society like it used to. Talk to them themselves, you see what I mean. Okay, I'm done talking. Farewell. So it's probably Kiyotava.
Yes.
It probably is. Would be my suggestion. And again, I don't feel I have all the information. So Folsom is here.
Yes.
Headless man.
Go.
Correct. Rivulets of dried blood trail from the circle on the wall, stretching toward the pool at your feet. Inspect the hand of the pool of blood again. Fingers of the skinned hand at the center of the pool have curled slightly. The scene is otherwise unchanged. We won't learn anything from this mess. Take a look at the circle on the wall. Examine the bloody circle on the wall. This is the symbol of Children of the Endless Gate, a splinter sect of the Dendra Uhur. Fulsome, he beckons at you. A hard, sharp motion, his jaw set, his teeth partly bared. Someone else was murdered in your absence. A woman called Crook Kick was killed beside the water. Turns his face to you. I ask that you share any new information that you have, and if you do not have any, find some. Impetu says he was with you when the first murder occurred. Is this true? Yes, Fulsome says. He does not elaborate. I've discovered that the children of the Endless Gate may be involved in Weedle's murder. Interesting. Impetu told me the group had been crushed long ago. I would count it a favor if you continued your investigation. Speak with Impetu and his acolytes. Tell me if you believe one of them is responsible. Do you have any new insights on the killer's motives? I do not. Weedle was a cornerstone of my plan for this city, he says, his voice tight. His death pains me and will hurt this city in the years to come. Shakes his head slowly, tendons slipping in his neck. Kick's death has only robbed the underbelly of her smile. I cannot imagine why she was target. Very well. So where is the water? Here is the water. There?
Of course.
Is that the blood? Yeah, that's the same circle. Tiny skinned hand rests palm down at the center of the huge pool of blood. On the nearby wall, someone has drawn a bloody cycle pierced by jagged symbols. Inspect the hand in a pool of blood. Skinned hand at the center of the pool is a small misshapen. Nothing else remains of the victim. Examine the bloody circle on the wall. This is the symbol of the Children of the Endless Gate, a splinter sect of the Dendra Uhur. So here was the other murder. What the hell is that?
Of course.
This thin glowing thread pierces the surface of the water and plunges deep into the black depths, like a white drawn in shining ink. Examine the line. Try flicking the shining string and your finger goes right through it. Back on the line. Take hold of the fishing rod and begin reeling the line. Nothing is on the hook. The water is absolutely still today and no fish stir in its depths. Hopper, changing guard cultist, Eligern, there's Eligern. Maybe Eligern has something to say about it?
I told you I won't speak to you whilst you have her in tow. If you want to talk so badly, ditch her first.
One moment, and it's done.
So the game could work completely differently depending on having Callistige or Eligern with you. Are you sure you've never heard of the Children of the Endless Gate before? Oh, that doesn't matter how often I ask her. Still gonna say the same thing. So I'm gonna talk to Mallet. It'll open up, yeah. More questions about the murders. You sure you don't know anything about the Endless Gate? Nope, he's just running. Told you. That's difficult. I have more questions about the murders. Where did you see the bloody circles again? In the junkyard outside the bloom, but not yesterday, not last year, a time ago. Then the circles appeared no more. The ones who drew them moved on. In the junkyard outside the bloom.
Sure.
Outside the bloom. Okay, so we would need to go outside. We're not gonna solve this murder right now, as it seems. Somewhere is this kind of bloom thing, and outside of that is a junkyard. So we stop looking for an explanation until we get there and find out more about the circle. Don't want to take a rash decision. Government Square, Circus Minor, Cliff's Edge. Let's go to Cliff's Edge. We're going to Cliff's Edge because we are looking for a beloved slave girl, searching the missing slave girl, Rin.
I have seen you die in countless realities.
Again, I
Shall we
want to
add another
remind you
one to
that
list?
What did you just say?
I don't know where that threat came from. We're friends in this world, yes?
Are we? Don't worry. It was refreshing to hear you speak honestly for once.
so we've never been on Cliff's Edge, but I want to remind you that this is also an educational series. So if you want to learn more about Numenera and the game and everything, I have the Numenera rulebook here. So if you want to learn more about ciphers, the world, the locations, anything, the monsters,
With
let
alacrity.
me know. So that's an intoxicated woman that does nothing. Okay. What is this? The mural above the door depicts 5 people. The positioning suggests rust and camaraderie. Okay, before we go inside of something, I want to know. So the 5th-eyed heaven. That's a
In this world,
heaven. Joho cultist. Is this? This facade is all that remains of a house. The rest is collapsed into the sea hundreds of meters below. A month-old layer of dust cakes this sign, which reads, Skora the Wise, Scholar of the Iron Wind. Okay. This is Cliff's Edge. Continue to rise and fall of the pistons on this device suggest a massive mechanical effort. Structural similarities with the pipes in the area hint at them being part of the same machine. Let's first... No, step Avina.
Go.
First loot.
Sure.
Also loot.
I'm
Big
going.
kid. Hardly hidden in the trash of the dump is a frightened Stitches, though it doesn't look like the other Stitcher you've seen. It's chitin, thin and soft, and its claws are small and malformed. Stares at you from its hiding place, chittering because of its physical deformities. You can barely understand its speech. Don't hurt, not tell. What is the Stitches doing up here? Clicks and sends resolve themselves into words in your head. Tunnel, life, below, but bad claw, not dig, not eat, no home, Stitcher family. Ascended users is one of the desolation abandonment, a great void within the earth. Sent above ground to die. You were sent up here by the other Stitcher? Why? It holds up its malformed claws, not good. It presses its shell, which bends like leather, soft like grub. Not strong, not dig, not eat, not worth, trash, rubble, not even an tunnel. Did you dig for food? What do you eat? Makes a digging motion, dragging its claws against the ground, then with his other. Fans his stubby talons like someone miming a bright flash. Dig makes sparks, eat sparks. Not dig, not make spark, not eat, hunger. If you can't make sparks to eat, why haven't you starved to death up here? Points down the alley. Baby brown grub feed. It shows you a heap of small electrical devices all drained of energy. Sparks, shells, spark tubes, points to itself and smells of flint and steel. Eat, sent is gratitude. What are you doing in this garbage pump? Yellow shell grub steel, leave here. It emits a fierce scent of rotten air and underwater floods. Not speak, dangerous. Okay, so this is why you're here. Can't do anything there. There's the big, judging by the piles, shingles and bricks that are piled over, these are the remains of collapsed buildings, carefully pushed out of sight. Yes. They can use the flute. Ooh. Scrawny boy in rags reaches out to you as soon as you pass. Sir, please sir, I know you saw the Stitches hiding in the midden. Please don't tell anyone about him, sir. He's not doing any harm.
Making a note.
Lord Funkin has been stirring up the neighbors, telling them to look for rogue Stitches and promising them a reward if he's found. Boy gestures toward the west, where you can dimly hear a booming voice and the answering shouts of an angry crowd. They think the Stitches is dangerous, but he's not. You saw his hands. He can't dig like the others. It's not him that's bringing down the houses. I won't tell anyone. Your secret is safe with me. Thank you, sir. You're a lifesaver. Now, if only we could get him to safety. Maybe I can find a way to get him out of here. Could you, sir? That would be wonderful. If you can find the other Stitcher, maybe that'll help him escape. Heard that some of them are down in the underbelly. I've never seen them myself. I'll try. Thank you, Smiles. I had a feeling I could trust you. But that's fine. I'm a good person. A little girl in a patched tunic kicks a pebble with a reciting in a sing-song voice. Joy, 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 sorrow, joy, joy, sorrow, joy, 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 joy. What are you playing? You ruined it. It was about to get 5 joys in a... Becca, she realizes she just shouted at someone she doesn't know. My brother usually talks to all the strangers. Can I ask you some questions? Nervous, she glances at her older boy nearby. I guess. Tell me about the game you're playing. It's called Sorrow and Joy. I made it up. She starts kicking the pedal again, first with the left foot, then with the right. I have to kick the rock, left, right, without stopping. That's joy. You kick it twice with the same foot, that's sorrow. 5 joys in a row means you win. 5 sorrows in a row, you lose. Is there any reason you use the word sorrow? I don't know, I just like it. Sorrow, joy, joy, joy. What's your name? Is this your house? My name is Nim. And this is my daddy's house, but he's not home right now. Only me and Zeb and Navina, and Mittens the monster lives here now. We're waiting for daddy to come back. Who is Avina? She's my sister who isn't a sister. She plays the flute. Where is your father? He's in the bloom, being watchman. He's coming back any day now. Okay. Can I ask you about your neighbors around here? We don't have any neighbors anymore. Most of them went down the brother direct. I can tell you about that, sir. Ask me. Tell me about Zeb. Zeb is my big brother. He takes care of us. He has a knife. Okay. Interesting that she mentions that. Okay. Who is Mittens the monster? He's our friend who lives in the alley. Didn't he tell you his name? Okay, farewell. Does anyone else live back here? There used to be a lady who lived next door, a nano sorceress, but she disappeared a while back, and there was a family 2 doors down. We heard them screaming on the night their house fell into the sea. My sister Nim has friends with their little girl. Can you tell me anything about the area? Hardly anybody comes through here anymore. It's nice and quiet, I guess. Better than the rest of Cliff's Edge. This your house? It doesn't look safe. We know. That's why we stay outside most of the time. Ever since Avina noticed some cracks around the walls, we only go there to change clothes and stuff. For a while. And Avina, she's probably not going to say anymore as well. The girl stands outside a crumbling old house playing the flute. She wears a simple dress and her golden hair falls past her shoulders. The melody she plays is gentle and soft, but it somehow carries to every corner of the street. As you approach, she stops playing and smiles up at you with large green eyes. Chins for a song, sir? How much? 8 chins for a sad song, 12 for a happy one. Okay, 12. Play me a happy one. Why are happy sad songs cheaper than happy songs? Because there are more of them, sir. Uh-huh. Can I ask you some questions? Alright. Do you feel the same way Zeb does about the Stitches? Poor thing, we're all taking care of it. The other Stitch abandoned it, so now it has no family except us. Please, don't tell anyone about it. Zeb would die if anything happened to it. Very well. Alright. So that's that. Let's talk to that woman. Madelia Glittering. Hello, friend. Not a single rumble beneath my feet for hours, and I have you to thank. Her eyes crinkle at the edges of the smiles warmly there. Now, she puts one hand on her hip, gestures to the table with the other. I hope very much it was thought of my treasures that guide you. Which one has called you here today? Let me see what you have to say. So here we are again in the recording. Sorry I had to cut some things out. The game crashed on me. We need to make a quick look here on what they have to sell, because this can be very interesting. So this heals 16. Double costs thrice. So I'd like to take that. And I'd like to buy a few of those. At least. Make it a 3. Yeah, that's good. Points of might. 3 points of intellect. Okay, so we have been able to stock up on stuff. The guy's glowing. This hatch appears to be the only visible means to enter the building. It's firmly sealed. Interesting. I'll save another time. Just to make sure. There it is. First thing you notice about this wiry young man is the golden haze, the glow surrounding him. It sparkles in his eyes and gives his easy grin the warmth that you can feel right down your gut. Spots you and straightens.
I know what you're thinking. How in the world did you survive that crash, Eratus? The answer is, as it always is, backflips. But hold on. How did you know my name? Never mind. Not important. Of course you know my name. I'm Eratus.
Plants his hand on his skinny hips and beams. How did you end up crashing the airship? I'm glad you asked. This is somewhat of an understatement. He looks ecstatic. I was climbing up the cliffs of Caravanserai to see how impossible it was when I saw a star falling toward the reef. He raises an earnest finger. I knew right then that finding that star was my destiny. He runs his hand through his curls. What was I going to do? Climb down? Boring. Already did it on the other way. Walk? Walk? Worse. Far worse. No fun at all. He grins. Then I saw the airship docked over my head. I raced on up, borrowed the ship, and pointed it right at the reef. His face falls. I don't know what happened next. Despite my expert piloting, the airship steered itself directly at the cliffs. I had no choice. I landed it as fast and hard and safely as possible. Shaking his head, he sighs. I never did find that falling star at this point. Someone else has found it, and it's their destiny now. That star's old news anyway. True. Dude shouts, wait a minute, that sounds like something I would say if you were me, and I was still me. He waggles his finger at you. I should have known we were kindred spirits from the start. We should travel together, other Eratus. I have adventures. Say yes, don't say no. Why should I let you join me? He gives you a puzzled look, as if you just wondered aloud why air is important. I'm an adventurer, he repeats, brow furrowed. I thought I told you. Adventure happens when I'm around, and you'll get to be part of it. Raises a finger. But you'll have to keep up. Where we go, he stares at the invisible horizon. We go swiftly, strongly, and most of all, handsomely. He leans in conspirationally. Until you get handsome, I'll cover for the both of us. Yes, I want you to join me. Of course you do, and I'm ready. I'm always ready. What?
Danger awaits!
He just joined. And he's Eratus, overly impulsive glaive who is as heroic as he believes himself to be. Holy freaking shout. Okay. That's interesting. Now this party has gotten way more awesome. Never boring. Eratus bounces around the battlefield, gaining 20% critical hit chance whenever he attacks a new target. Oh. The direct approach. Allow the member part. An opportunist. He has a cipher limit of 2. Okay. Likes to cast off. Neutral. Okay. Very interesting. So this party got way more awesome. I'm sorry for the hiccup in the middle.
I don't
we're
understand
gonna take
how all
a...
you Calistesias could even notice in that crowd of... you.
A few thousand of my eyes can't help but notice you.
Nice. So my team just got instantly way more awesome. And thanks for watching, and see you in episode 19.